It's Thursday night football between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. We break down the game, give you our best bet, and it all starts right now. Hey guys, it's Matt from GrandstandBettors.com, and Week 15 of this NFL season starts with Thursday night football between the Niners and Seahawks. We're going to get to our best bet in just a moment, but first, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button for all of our NFL picks and predictions all season long. And while you're at it, smash that like button. If you are ready for some Thursday night football, I know I am. So, without further ado, let's dive in to the matchup between the 49ers and the Seahawks. The 49ers, 3.5-point favorites at the moment, over-under set at 43.5. And the 49ers find themselves in a very similar situation this season to years past. They have a backup quarterback who is playing phenomenal, and people are asking the question, should the 49ers keep Jimmy G after this year if Purdy leads them to the promised land? But let's not get ahead of ourselves. The Niners still have to seal up the NFC West, and with a win this week, they would surely essentially do it. 49ers have now won 6 games in a row after destroying Tom Brady and the Bucs last week, 35-7. Purdy looked good again, 16-21 for 185 and 2 touchdowns in that one. But when you're rushing for over 200 yards on offense, it does make it that much easier to manage the game as a quarterback. Christian McCaffrey led the way on the ground with 14 carries for 119 yards and a touchdown, averaging over 8.5 yards per carry last week. Since he joined the 49ers, he's averaged about 5 yards per carry, and him and Samuel have been a nice 1-2 punch for this team. However, Debo did go down last week, and it looks like he might be out till the start of the playoffs. So, does this hurt their rushing attack? Well, in the long run, maybe. This week, probably not. The Seahawks, they're second worst in the league, giving up 160 yards on the ground to opponents. And just let's say last week they gave up 223 to the Carolina Panthers. So look for Brock Purdy to hand the ball off this week in a loud environment in Seattle. Now, speaking of Seattle, now we're not saying this team is overrated, but they definitely have come back down to earth after overachieving with Geno Smith for the better half of the season. They have lost 3 of their last 4 and now are on the outside looking in of the NFC playoff picture with the 49ers and Chiefs in front of them for the next couple weeks. Now, Geno has played well this season. He has thrown for nearly 3,500 yards and does have a 3-1 TD to INT ratio. Walker has had a good rookie season as well. He's averaging 4.7 yards per carry with 9 touchdowns. And he does look like he is going to go this Thursday night, unlike maybe DJ Dallas, who's going to be a game-time decision, dealing with some injuries there on the Seahawks running front. The question really is, does it matter who is playing? Because the Seahawks are going up against the best NFL defense. They're first overall and first in rush defense. So how are the Seahawks going to even score on this team? Well, they're surely not going to be running the football, that's for sure. They're going to have to look at Lockett and Metcalf in the passing game, and they're going to have a massive game if they want any shot of upsetting the 49ers on Thursday. Now, on the season, those two have combined for 1,700 yards, and half of all of Smith's touchdown passes has been to those two guys. Now, the 49ers secondary, it is the weakest spot of the defense. Now, that's not saying much because they're the weakest spot of their defense, but they're just sitting outside the top 10 in passing defense yard allowed. So, what is our best bet for this NFC West showdown on Thursday night football? Well, honestly, I know Brock Purdy has looked decent, but he has never started a game at Lumen Field there in Seattle, and I have sat on field level for that one in that place, and it is one of the loudest places I've ever been in my entire life, with the exception of maybe Arrowhead Stadium. I would not be surprised if the 12th man make this a difficult game for Purdy and the offense. So we're actually going to look at a player prop in this one instead of the full game bet, and we do think we have a good edge on one. Will Dissly has had 2 receptions in every game this season, but 1. In 10 of 13 games this season, he's had at least 17 yards receiving, and in 9 of 13, he's had over 20 yards receiving. Now, the 49ers do give up the 4th least amount of yards to tight ends, right around 37 yards per game. However, the number for this week has been set too low in our opinion for Disley. So with the best bet for 49ers and Seahawks for Week 15 Thursday Night Football, we're going to take Will Disley over 14.5 receiving yards. Listen, that's it for us here at Grandstand Bettors. Just a quick reminder, if you are looking for all of our plays for the upcoming NFL Week 15, head on over to grandstandbettors.com, become part of our family, start living that grandstand life. We've had a lot of new members this last month, and a lot of them have been cashing in each and every day. In the meantime, though, sit back, relax, enjoy some Thursday night football between the 49ers and the Seahawks, and we'll see you live right here for the game.